nobody stop you. Na 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 na. Don't let nobody change you. Na 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 na. Live your life and catch the highest vibration. Live your life and catch the high, high, high. Live your life and catch the highest vibration.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, everyone. How are you guys doing? How was your night? I hope you guys slept very well like I did. It's a beautiful day here in Ireland. So today is 3rd of January 2022. So I'm here to quickly, it's pretty early here in Ireland. It's 8:30. Okay, it's 8:30 in Ireland, but I really want to quickly do this video, because if I don't do it now, I won't be able to do it again because I'm back to work tomorrow. And yesterday I wanted to do it, but I was too tired. And it's about our beautiful, adorable Queen Naomi. So, you know, there's this speculation everywhere online that forgive my manners, guys. I want to say good morning, special good morning to my new subscribers. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. I'm seeing a lot of new subscribers, and I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you. Please don't forget to turn on the notification button or the notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you guys will see it quickly, okay? And please share my channel, share my videos to people. Thank you very much. And my returning subscribers, guys, you guys are awesome. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the massive support. Okay, let's go to the topic of today. So, there has been speculation everywhere about Queen Naomi being back to the palace and everything. So I followed this story back to back, and I went on, there's this lady that I watch on Facebook. So she did a live show, and she was like, no, she hasn't come back. She hasn't returned to the palace. But I just decided not to bring out anything about her. So yesterday, no, 2 days ago, I was not studying. Okay, I'll go back. I will talk about that later. So let's continue. So yesterday, many bloggers again started talking about how Naomi hasn't come. So they were showing this video of Naomi dancing to the palace, but it wasn't real. It was an old video. The last Olojo, this just concluded Olojo festival, was where they just brought out that portion of Naomi dancing, and people were dancing, singing along with her. So it's not a recent video. Naomi hasn't gone back to the palace. That one has been established. Okay, so 2 days ago, another blogger was online again doing live, and people started calling in. Ife people, Ife citizens, or Ife indigents, yeah, Ife indigents started calling in, and they were boiling with anger, and they were like, no, she's not coming back. She cannot come back. And the lady that was doing the live show, the host, was like soliciting on her behalf. Can they please tamper justice with mercy? Can she just come back and use this as a warning? Oni can take her back. You know, she was talking to Oni like, Oni take. And the Ife indigene said, no, this thing has gone beyond Oni. It's now Naomi versus the Ife town, and even Yoruba race at large, because that is the origin of Yoruba race, ILE Ife, as it is said. Okay, so those people calling in now saying that there's going to be a right. I mean, there's going to be, they have some rights that that is needed to be performed to take Naomi's aura out of the palace, to take everything, to wipe away her memory, like something related, anything related to Naomi must be swept out of ILE Ife and the palace. Okay, so, and somebody now called in and said, even the rites that they are talking about has been performed that day that they were having the live show. So I think that was 2 days ago, that they did a spiritual cleansing. So the spiritual cleansing was to take Naomi, her spirit, her aura, everything concerning her out of the palace. That she's never coming back to that palace again. Okay? And that if she's coming back, it's going to be with terms and conditions. And I went online because before I wanted to like have some facts before coming online. So yeah, because before coming to do this video, so I went online and I brought out some let me just say some facts So I'm going to read it out to you guys, and I'm going to put it on the screen because it's a very, very long write-up. So from that write-up, I discovered that truly that rite has been performed. And once that rite is performed, the queen is not coming back to that palace. She's not coming back to that palace. They have like sent her away. That's what that rite, the spiritual cleansing rite, means. That as we are sweeping, we are sweeping out your leg from this palace. As we are sweeping away everything that you brought into this palace. We are sweeping them along with you. Then water, they sprinkled water everywhere in the compound, at the door, at the entrance, everywhere. And her building, her own chalet, has been locked. They swept all her feet, all her aura, everything that they can say, okay, this is like her smell, or everything that she brought into that palace has been swept and dusted out and washed out of the palace. You know, it saddens my heart. It saddens my heart because I'm just in the... This is like mixed feeling for me. This is like mixed feeling. And the Ife people that called in were like, this is not the first time that Naomi will run out of the palace. That this is her 5th time. The 5th time. Honestly, that is wrong. Honestly, that is wrong. For her to be running up and down, in and out. One leg in, one leg out. I don't know the reason why she's running up and down. But, you know, she should have weighed her priority when she was going into this marriage. She should have weighed the pros and cons of this thing. Maybe somebody should have sat her down and told her, this is the advantage, but this is what we are going to face. Maybe she would have been able to decide then, because like the host of this show was saying that day, that she wasn't given proper orientation. She wasn't taught, she wasn't told what that queenship entails. So maybe she would have thought of it and say, okay, do I need to do this? So this brought me to, okay, sorry, excuse me. So now I'll read this. I'll read the write-up before I continue. I don't want the video to be too long, but let me read. It is, let me show you here, guys. I'm reading from here, and I'm going to put it on the screen. It says, Olori Naomi. So this place is breaking news in ILE Ife. That is the page on Facebook. It says, Olori Naomi has not returned to the palace as spiritual cleansing starts. Okay? Spiritual cleansing to wipe her away from that palace. That is insulting or disgraceful, isn't it, guys? Okay. So, because there are some points I want to bring out from what I'm talking about. Contrary to speculations and unconfirmed reports in the social media that this estranged Olori of Oni of Ife has returned to the Ile Oodua Palace of Oni of Ife. Investigation by City Blog News has revealed that there is no truth in the report, as she has not returned to the palace and that the Oni has not sent emissaries to meet with the family of the Olori. Because they were saying that Oni has started begging and sending people to go beg her. Now this is debunking the rumor. So it was gathered that though some people may have made effort to broker peace, but the Olori has not yet met any of the parties. But the Oni has not yet met any of the parties and has told who cares to listen that he is done with Olori Naomi. As she ended the marriage on her own. Okay, let me read that place again. It was gathered that though some people may have made efforts to broker peace, but the Oni has not yet met any of the parties, and Oni has told whoever cares to listen that he is done with Olori Naomi as she ended the marriage on her own. Okay, so let us continue. A competent source equally told this medium that the highly revered monarch has distanced himself from the alleged peace move. Oni does not want that peace move, okay? It was also gathered by our correspondent who visited the Oni's palace that women in their traditional white attires were on Thursday evening seen performing spiritual cleansing by sweeping and sprinkling water around major facilities within the palace premises, particularly the official residence of the erstwhile Olori, okay, particularly her residence, Oni's residence, okay. These are the places where they put the water. Olori's residence, Oni's residence, the inner road, and the entrance gates. This exercise, according to a chief priest under the according to a chief priest, announced that according to a chief priest, this exercise symbolizes that her announcement of separation from the king has been spiritually ratified by the palace. Does that make sense? This exercise, this spiritual cleansing, means that Naomi's divorce has now been ratified, accepted by the palace. Oh my God. Okay. Even though the Oni's director of media and public affairs, Yera Moses Olafare, did not respond to our correspondence when asked to comment on the matter, we have equally learned that the Oni has decided that the only condition that can make the Olori Naomi return is because of Tadenikawo, the little prince, who should be raised in the palace in accordance with the tradition. It was also disclosed that, oh, there's mix up of English here. It was also disclosed that, because of the age, I think that's what the person wants to write, because of the age of the prince, who may require the care of his mother, and that whatever in the palace that is given to him and his mother, who must not be seen in the palace with her mother and siblings for now. That doesn't really make sense. But I think what this person wants to write is, because of Tadenikawo, that is why Naomi can be allowed to come back to the palace, and it's going to be Naomi and Tadenikawo, not Naomi's family members, okay? In the words of one of the anonymous sources, there is not iota of truth in the supposed return of Olori Naomi to the palace. I seriously doubt she can be accommodated here at the palace again. Oh my God. Except because of her son, Prince Tadenikawo, who by tradition must be raised at the palace in line with Ife tradition and culture. When accosted while coming out of the palace, a herbalist who introduced himself as Chief Ifagbemiro hinted our reporter that the matter is beyond the Oni himself, as certain spiritual rites must be concluded before anybody can even talk about any reconciliation. Okay, what do you want me to say? The herbalist asked them. Why can't you go and ask Otumba Moses Olafare, who is Baba's media director? When told that Olafare has refused to attend to us, the herbalist swiftly replied, didn't I tell you this matter is beyond Baba Oni himself? This is for you media people to know that the palace is not yet ready to talk on this matter at all. But let me tell you the truth. There are conditions which will be given to her if she truly wants to come back. She will only come back with her son, Prince Tadenikawo only. And this only can be after necessary rites have been done. So if she is satisfied with the condition, then she may be allowed into the palace without her mother and brother, Ifagbemiro said. One of the security details at the gates, at the first gates, who begged to be anonymous, told our reporter, well, we also read the lies in social media, but to the best of my knowledge, Oni has not received His Majesty, the Deji of Akure, and any elder from Akure here as speculated. And I have not set my eyes on the former, oh my God, I have not set my eyes on the former Olori Naomi here in this palace, as falsely reported. Moses Olafare himself has not been talking to the press on this matter. So the unnecessary rumors that former Olori has returned to the palace is uncalled for. Is irresponsible and highly misleading. No meeting has ever taken place by elders of Ife and Akure as mischievously reported in the media. Okay, I told you guys it's a very long read. But have you guys seen? Can you see points there they said because of the spiritual rite that they performed is a sign, it's an acceptance of Naomi's divorce by the palace. So now they have established the fact that Naomi has divorced the king. And they said the condition that she's going to make her to come back is because of her son, which is going to be taken care of that's supposed to be taken care of in the palace. And she's not coming back as a queen. She's coming back just to stay in one corner, and she'll be taking care of that boy there. See, yesterday I was studying I think 2 days ago, I was studying the book of Esther again. And Esther chapter 1, I'm sorry to my non-Christian subscribers or viewers. Esther chapter 1, there is this story there. A king, King Ahasuerus, very rich king. He invited people to come and eat and dine with him. And after they've ate and that they've dined, they've drank, they've done everything, the king now called to his wife, sent for his wife, Queen Vashti, to come and show herself, to come and show her beauty to the invited guests. And Queen Vashti ignored her husband, which is the king. She did not go, she didn't go to attend to the king. And this made the king to be very angry. And do you know what? That people there, king's advisors, those advisors said, no, this is very uncalled for. This is disrespectful. Why this and that? And the king, they were the one that were deciding for the king. They told the king, no, this can't happen. We have to use her to serve as a lesson to other women, because if we don't cover her now, other women will start they will start to be disrespecting their husbands. Because of that, Queen Vashti was, should I say, dethroned? She was replaced by Esther. Okay, Queen Vashti was sent out of the palace. She became a nobody. She was replaced by Esther just because of that act of her not attending to her husband. I want to believe that if it was only the king and the queen that were in the palace when she did that, there wouldn't have been anything, because they know themselves, this is husband and wife. But because it was done in the eyes of the people, it was done in the eyes it was done in the public. That was how these advisors were able to change the heart of the king. That king, no, we have to deal with her. So I just started, when I read that verse, that chapter, I was like, oh my God, this is Naomi's story. This is Naomi's story. Because when Naomi came into the palace, people were like, oh, she's the Esther of our time. God sent her there. So guys, let's have a conversation. I want to, now, I've established the point that God did not send Naomi to the palace. God did not send her. I'm not God personal assistant, but from the way that we're seeing things, the way things are happening, it can be said that, it can be confirmed that God did not send Naomi to the palace, because God will not send you somewhere and back off. He's going to support you and stand by you forever. Okay? The person will not see disgrace. The person may have some difficulties, because when God tells you to do something, you know, it doesn't mean that you will not have problems, or you will not meet up with some obstacles. But the only thing is, I just want to try to show my hand. So God is not saying that you're not going to have problems, but the only thing is, he's going to see you through the period of adversaries that people are. So now look at her. So now that fact has been established. This is my opinion now. So, and please, let's continue. Tell me your opinion in the comment section. I have established the fact that God did not send Naomi to the palace, because if God sends her, the Lord will be with her. This disgrace or this will not happen to her. So another one, somebody during the live show that I watched on Facebook, somebody said maybe this is a way of God telling her to retrace her step. Maybe this is a way that God wants to use to save her, to redirect her to her first love, which is God. What do you think about that, guys? Do you think that this scenario, this thing that is playing out now, is a way of God to bring her back to, like, oh my God, my daughter, you've derailed, come back to me? Is it God that is showing it, or is it a way of God punishing her that because of worldly things, you are working for me, you were working for me, you were working for the King of Kings, and you decided in your own heart that you want to start going for what earthly kings. You want to start working for earthly kings. You want to be seen with earthly king. And because you have deviated from my way, this is how I'm going to deal with you. Is it that? You know, and I really like Naomi, you know. And I said it when she went to to become a queen in the palace. I said it in my heart, like, is this girl not missing it? Isn't girl not missing it? And when people started saying she's the Esther of our time, she's the Esther, I was okay. I said, okay, maybe. Because, you know, we can't know it all. So when they now equated that to Esther and this and that, I said, it is possible. But definitely, if God is sending her to the palace, we will see the move of God in that palace. We will see how God will change things in that town. If God is sending her purposely, it's going to be for a good change. Okay? So, when this thing is happening now, we can say, definitely the hand of God wasn't there from the beginning. My own opinion now, please. Say your own opinion without being rude or anything. Okay, so is it because she deviated from God? Is it because she betrayed God? Is it because she left God that God is now saying, okay, I'm bringing this judgment on you? Is it a judgment, or is it a means of saving her back or bringing her back to God? So guys, do you understand? Is it a judgment? Are you saying, is it like God is placing judgment on her? Like, you did this to me, you forsake me, and I'm going to deal with you. This is how I'm going to pay you back. Or is it that God is like merciful God? I don't want my daughter to miss it. I need to quickly call her back to order. Do you think? Now, where is Naomi going to start this? Because you see, it's a different thing not to have enjoyed affluence, not to have enjoyed good life, not to have tasted royalty. You know, the life that you knew would be okay for you. But once you have tasted better life and you now go back to your old life, how is that going to be? How is that going to be? How is she going to be able to cope? Okay, now let me use myself as an example. When I was in Nigeria, I was used to loud noise from record sellers, those people that are selling CD, audio CD, whatever, that they will play it at the topmost volume. I was used to vehicles, honey, pum, 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 everywhere, noise. I was used to that. When I was in Nigeria, I was used to up NEPA, there's no lights here. Oh, up NEPA, the next minute, the light is gone. And I was used to noise from generators, you know. I was used to open markets, buying things from open market where it's crowded and everything. I was used to all those things. I was used to dusty, Hamilton season, things like that, okay? But when I moved to, I was used to going to market and holding tight to your bag in case it's going to be stolen. I was used to all those life, all those things. And then I was okay with it because, you know why? Because I've never tasted a better life. I've never tasted another way of things, of doing things, okay? But now relocating to this part of the world where everything is silent, where everything is programmed, where everything is okay, where the light comes out 24 hours, where we don't have to use generator, where there is no dusty road. They have their own other challenges, you understand? So I'm not saying, so where there's no dusty road, where there is no horn, loud noise, loud horn, loud music, okay? If I happen to go back to Nigeria and I want to start living in Nigeria, even go for holiday, now that I've tasted both sides of life, I will start relearning how to cope with the situation in Nigeria. I will start learning how to cope with the weather, with the heat in Nigeria. Okay? So that is what I'm saying. Just like that. Now when Naomi was serving God, when she was doing the work of God, Naomi wasn't poor. I wouldn't call her a poor woman. She was comfortably okay. She was young. You can see our pictures are online. Her videos are online. She was doing well to me in her own little way. She was okay. The blessings of God adds no sorrow with it, okay? It makes you rich and it doesn't have to add sorrow. So to me, she was very okay then. Anyways, so now that she wasn't using diplomatic passports. She wasn't known all over the world. She doesn't have maids attending to her. She doesn't have this throne that she was sitting on. She doesn't have entourage, Bentley, different types of vehicle. Like she wasn't used to that life of her walking on the street and people are on the left and right of side of the road singing her praises. But now for this period of 3 years, Naomi enjoyed royalty. She enjoyed royalty. Where is she going to start? How is she going to cope from going from that grace to where is she? How is she going to cope? So now, what is going to be her? What is her? I'm just thinking for her. I'm just like helping her. Like, what is going to happen to this girl now? Is she going to go back? Is she going to go low profile? Or is she going back to ministry? Where is the ministry? How is she? We know God is a merciful God. But she's going to have it's going to take her a lot of efforts. She is going to take her a lot of effort. So I'm just thinking for her because I really feel for her. If it is like the question I asked, is this situation a situation that God wants to use to bring her back home, like the prodigal son? If that is it, fine. Or is it a judgment on her? Like, you did this to me. We have seen people in the Bible that the Lord has pronounced his judgment upon. Like I say, is this a judgment? So it depends on which one it is. If it is a judgment, God will just have to ask for mercy for her. Hey, because nobody battles with the Lord and gets away scot-free. Honestly, because I'm just thinking, where is Naomi going to start from? She will not be going to, even like, I know that Tadenikawa has connected her with Oni, and she's going to be getting her benefit, and she can't be as the way she was. But my dears, that throne that she was occupying before, Yeyelua is coming, she will come and dance beside Oni. Definitely somebody will fill that void. How will she be comfortable in her spirit to be looking at all those things now? To be now be saying, I was once this. And let me tell you, people are so funny. Wherever now, the place that Naomi was going to, and people were like, oh, yeah, wow, our mother, she's here. As soon as another queen is enthroned, she will be forgotten. That is life. It is just normal. Queen Ashley, I followed her before this thing happened. I followed Queen Ashley on what's that place called now? Instagram. That time she had maybe less than 2,000 followers. And her accounts was so easy that time. You can just go there and follow. It wasn't private accounts. You can just go and press follow. Because that was how I did it. I just pressed follow and I followed her. But now, when these problems happened, as at 3 days ago that I checked her account now is now a private account. So you have to request before she accepts you. From 1,000, 2,000 followers, now Queen Ashley has 29,000, over 29,000 followers within a week. And people were like, I started reading comments and they were like, oh, our queen, that is life. That is life. See, when you are reigning, people want to follow you. When you have become nonsense, they forget about you and carry on to the next person. So I'm just thinking, how is Naomi going to cope? Where is she going to start from? People that are saying that, they were saying then that Naomi is our queen, Esther of our, Esther, how did they say that time? Esther of our time. Esther of our time. Now, is she the Vashti of our time? Guys, if you are, just Google, even if you're not, you don't have to be a Christian to Google the story of Queen Vashti. This is just the replica of it. So is she the Vashti of our times? Where is she going to start from? They said in that write-up that they can bring her to the palace in a secluded area. She's just going to be there because of her son. So she's no more Kabiesi's wife. She's no more and one of the Oloris. She's just there. Even the Olori of they call those past Oloris that their husbands passed away, but they are still in the palace. They are more recognized. They will be more recognized than her. She's just coming to take care of that boy in the palace. How is she going to cope with that life? Or will she say, no, I don't want to come back? Because they said that boy must be raised in the palace. Honestly, guys, this is sad. This hardens my heart. It's just like the sweet, bitter experience. Because I don't know. If we say God is taking Naomi out of darkness back into the light. But there's some price that lots of things, price that is attached that she's going to pay. She's going to pay dearly. If only she can just let go of her ego because we all have ego as human beings. We will say, no, I won't allow this to happen to me. If she can only just close her ears because come and see, she hasn't even seen anything. By the time this thing is confirmed that okay, she's no more Olori, you will see more insults. I really feel for her. I really feel for her. Guys, this is 29 minutes. I have to go. I just want you guys to comment. Tell me your opinion about what I've just said. What I've just said. Let me see. Let me hear your opinion in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you haven't. Okay? And please put on the notification bell. All right? Put it on. If you don't put it on, you won't know when I upload a new video. Okay, guys. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye. Have a nice day.